Greetings of peace, everybody. Welcome to the Noos-letter of the Foundation for the Law of Time, number 131. I'm Jacob Rhythmic Dragon, the Director of Communications of the Foundation for the Law of Time, and I'm recording this video on the 33rd anniversary of the harmonic convergence of 1987, which was August 16th and 17th of that year. The harmonic convergence was the first globally synchronized meditation for peace, and in fact, those dates were the culmination of a 1,144-year prophecy cycle established by the Mesoamerican culture hero Quetzalcoatl. He established a cycle of prophecy following his departure, where he said, after I leave you all, there will be 13 52-year cycles, followed by 9 52-year cycles, 22 52-year cycles in total, known as the 13 heavens and 9 hells, where you have 13 heavens of decreasing choice and 9 hells of increasing doom, which sounds extremely ominous. But as the timing of his prophecy would be perfectly vindicated, at the conclusion of the 9th hell cycle was the arrival of Cortez. At the conclusion of the 13th heaven cycle was the arrival of Cortez, and thus initiated the 9 hell cycle. But then the 9 hell cycle, the 9 52-year cycles, concluded on August 16th and 17th, 1987, and the prophecy and vision for that was that humanity needed to return to the earth and surrender to the earth. So Jose Arguelles and Loidin Arguelles worked tirelessly to promote this event, a prophetic event, and at that time in the 1980s, all they have is fax machines, phone calls, and much less tools for organizing something global like this. And nevertheless, it was a phenomenal success, and people all over the world observed it, with many people saying that they intuitively felt to participate in it even though they knew nothing about it. Basically, they hadn't heard anything about it, and they felt to get up and meditate or pray with the rising sun on August 16th and 17th. And the vision for this was that 144,000 rainbow sun dancers would arise with the sun on those days in an act of surrender to the earth. Way more than 144,000 people participated in that. And as I mentioned, it was the first globally synchronized meditation for peace. Of course, soon thereafter, the Berlin Wall came down, and this whole thing initiated a 26-year countdown in the cosmology of the Law of Time to what we call the launching of Timeship Earth 2013. Of course, 2013, July 26, 2013, is a point in time 7 moons after the famous December 21st, 2012 date, the closing of the Mayan Great Cycle of History, or what's also known as the 13 Baktun count. And this cycle concluded December 21st, 2012, and then 7 moons later we had the launching of Timeship Earth 2013, where there was an inauguration of a new galactic beam, say a new program of intelligence, and energy beaming from the center of the galaxy to all the life in the galaxy. And so the codes of the Law of Time exist as a means to interact with this beam. It's literally new beam knowledge. It's a way to interact with the galactic information beam that's informing and evolving the whole situation on planet Earth and in our solar system and beyond. So it helps to keep in mind a higher perspective on all the perturbations that's happening on our surface, because there is something larger truly coordinating it all from the point of view of the Law of Time. So without further ado, we'll go into this moon. Like I said, it's the lunar scorpion moon. We are in the lunar moon of the blue lunar storm year. The lunar tone is sometimes demonized because it has the keyword of challenge. And so I think there's some kind of negative association with that. But truly, its code words also include stabilize and polarize. So the lunar tone of challenge a challenge is something which strengthens. You can't strengthen your muscles unless you actually challenge them. You can't strengthen your intellect unless you actually challenge it. So the lunar tone of challenge codes this entire year, the blue lunar storm year. And now we're moving into the lunar moon, So it's like a double coding of the lunar tone of challenge, polarizing and stabilizing. In the lunar moon, we ask ourselves, what is my challenge? And something else we can do is look through the moon and find all the days, the galactic signatures in the moon that also have the lunar tone. So whenever you have a day that's the same tone as the moon, like we're in the lunar tone for this moon, if you find a day that's a lunar day, this is called a magic turtle day. So this magic turtle day will happen 2 to 3 times in each moon, and throughout the whole year, I'll invite you to, even now you can look ahead through the whole year, look at every single moon, count all the magic turtle days, and see how many you find. So in this moon, we have 2 magic turtle days, one on Alpha 12 of the moon, which is Thursday, September 3rd, and that's Kin 158 white lunar mirror, signaling reflection, order, and endlessness. And then the second magic turtle day is on Kali 25, which is Wednesday, September 16th, and that'll be the blue lunar monkey, signaling play, magic, and illusion. So in our lunar tone of challenge, we have 2 magic turtle days with the endlessness, reflecting, order, and magic, illusion, play codes. And as well in this moon, as usual, I like to go over the wave spells that are present. The wave spells are 13-day cycles. Each 13-day cycle is coded by the codes of the solar seal which begin it. And in this moon, we have, and it always begins on the magnetic tone. That's tone number 1 out of 13 is when the wave spells begin. So all 13 days are colored or flavored by the codes of that solar seal that started the wave spell. So the first 10 days of this moon represent the final 10 days of the yellow seed wave spell, which began on Kin 144, yellow magnetic seed. So there's that number 144, the yellow magnetic seed, and we were talking about the 144,000 sun dancers of the harmonic convergence. So that Kin 144, the yellow seed with the power of flowering, awareness, and the power to target, colors all those 13 days following it. So that goes through day 1 of the moon all the way to gamma 10 of the moon, which is September 1st, Gregorian calendar, Tuesday, September 1st. That's the yellow seed wave spell of flowering. The yellow wave spells always conclude 52-day cycles called castles. In a castle, you have 4 wave spells. 4 times 13 is 52. Each one is started by first the red wave spell, white wave spell, blue wave spell, then yellow wave spell. And to further clarify, each castle will begin on a red magnetic day. 13 days later will be a white magnetic day. 13 days later will be a blue magnetic day. And 13 days after that will be a yellow magnetic day. Red, white, blue, and yellow wave spells. So the yellow seed wave spell concludes the blue western castle of burning, the court of magic. I guess what you could see is overseen by the monkey. That's why they call it the court of magic. So the first 10 days of this moon, we're concluding that blue western castle of burning, the court of magic. The next day, which is Wednesday, September 2nd, and Kali 11 of the lunar moon, we begin a new castle, the yellow southern castle of giving, court of intelligence, and that begins with the red earth wave spell. The red earth wave spell is coded by navigation, synchronicity, and the power to evolve. That day also happens to be a full moon, which of course, depending on where you are on the planet, the full moon may appear a little bit in the September 1st or close to the next day. But we have on our calendars the full moon starting on the 2nd of September. So that's also a nice synchronization with the beginning of the yellow southern castle and the beginning of the red earth wave spell. So 13 days coded by navigation, evolving, and synchronicity. After that will be the white dog wave spell, coded by the power of heart, love, and loyalty, the white dog wave spell. And that begins on gamma 24 of the moon, also known as Tuesday, September 15th. So in this lunar moon of challenge, we have the wave spells of the yellow seed, flowering, awareness, targeting, the wave spell of the red earth, navigation, synchronicity, evolving, and the wave spell of the dog, love, heart, and loyalty. So those are the three wave spells represented in this lunar moon of challenge. This moon also has a whopping 12, let me count this again, 12 galactic activation portals. The first 9 days of this moon, 12. The first 9 days of this moon represent the last 9 days of a 10-day galactic activation portal cycle, which the first day was the 28th day of the magnetic moon, starting on white electric world bridger. So you have a 10-day cycle of 10 days in a row of galactic activation portals. This 10-day cycle occurs in the 8th column of the 260-day Zolkin. The 8th column is coded to, in the 13-dimensional cosmology, to the 8th dimension, which is a mirror of the 6th dimension. So you have in the 8th dimension, you have this saturation of galactic activation portals, and this is discussed quite a bit in Book of the Avatar, Cosmic History Chronicles, Volume 2, how each column of the Zolkin represents and can kind of illustrate the, I believe it's referred to as electromagnetic density of each of the 13 dimensions, 1 through 13. So that's just by way of saying that we're in a highly charged dimensional time. So the first 9 days of this moon are 9 galactic activation portals. That'll begin on August 23rd and end on August 31st Gregorian, starting on Dali 1 and concluding on Celi 9 of the moon. The next galactic activation portal is on Alpha 19 of the moon, Kin 165 Red Solar Serpent, and that's on Thursday, the 10th of September. The next galactic portal is September 13th Gregorian on Sunday, and that's Dali 22 of the moon, Kin 168 Yellow Crystal Star. And then the final galactic portal is on Limi 27 of the moon, Kin 173 Red Self-Existing Skywalker, and that's on the 18th of September, Friday. So Kin 173, Red Self-Existing Skywalker, will be our final galactic activation portal for this moon. The Self-Existing Skywalker is followed by the White Overtone Wizard, and these days were the beginning of what's called the Cosmic History teachings, the teachings of the Cosmic History Chronicles, which were created as 260 different recorded tutorials between Jose Arguelles, Falun Votan, and Stephanie South, Red Queen, and their archetypal names. And this is this kicked off all of, say, the download of information, which ultimately turned into the 7 volumes of the Cosmic History Chronicles. So you can check those out at lawoftime.org, and there's 7 different books available in ebook as well as in print. So that's it for our Noos-letter number 131. That means we've completed a full half cycle of a 260 cycle, meaning we've been doing this for 10 years now. So we sure hope you've been enjoying the Noos-letters. And also, last moon, you may be aware, but in case you're not, we did have a 7-day event known as the well, actually, it was not last moon, but it was in the end of the cosmic moon of the previous year. Anyway, it was Time Shift 2020, Activating Galactic Culture on Earth. It was a 7-day event with 37 different speakers who all presented on incredible topics with such a diverse mix of points of view and topics to discuss and ways of thinking about and relating to the codes of the law of time, reality in general, art, culture, peace, synchronicity, magic, healing. So I invite you to check that out if you haven't seen it yet. lawoftime.org/timeshift2020, timeshift2020, and you can access all 37 of those recordings for free on the website. So we hope you enjoy those, and I wish you for all the best for this lunar moon of challenge.